Welcome back to Listen Up, and oh boy, do we have another good recap for you guys today. What a dominant performance. It's just so much to go over again in this game today against Marquette. I'm going to start it off with Caroline Ducharme. She didn't play much today, but she was available, so good news to start off right before the game, taking that hit in the head yesterday, so she was available for today's game. Starters still remain the same, so AZ Flood would come off the bench again. UConn, they looked really good to start the game. Lou scored 5 straight points, and UConn fans started cheering Lou right away. They're really, really loud. It's always a good sign when they start chanting Lou. It took a little while for Marquette to get going in this game, but they started to hit a couple threes after they took a timeout, cut the UConn lead to just 8 points going in to the second quarter. But I really did like how UConn looked. They were getting good looks inside on the perimeter as well, and they weren't getting outmatched physically like we saw in the last matchup, which Marquette won about a month ago. It was really important that UConn for them to match Marquette's physicality in this game. Aaliyah Edwards, again, she was really good yesterday, really good again today. Had a really good second quarter, showing off her post moves, being aggressive inside, scoring the ball. Huskies, they had a couple turnovers. Marquette picked up the pace on defense. The 3-point shot kept falling for them. And the Golden Eagles, they built some momentum, cut the deficit to just 5 points, but that's the closest they would come the whole rest of the game. All of that momentum quickly went away after the media timeout. UConn finished the half on a 12-2 run. Basketball, it really is just a game of runs at times, really just most of the time, but it was really just a combination of Aaliyah and Dorka, for that matter, playing really hard inside. Gino said Dorka had her best half of the season, which is a pretty good compliment to receive. The rebounding was exceptional, and so was the defense, for that matter. UConn had all the momentum and a 37-22 lead at the break. All of that momentum, it just continued into the third quarter. Marquette, they just simply had no answers on how to stop UConn. Huskies just blowing by everybody, driving to the basket. Nobody on Marquette could stop them. It was the same on the other side of the ball as well. Marquette just struggling to get a good look, to just even get up a shot right before the shot clock expired. Really impressed today by UConn's explosiveness, their effort, energy. Everybody just looks so into the game. I've seen comments before about how UConn's energy, not only the players playing, but on the bench diminishing. It didn't happen today. Everybody was in the game, and it was really great to see the bench players into it. All the players on the court out there playing hard, having a good time while playing. It was just really great to see. But the team they really do look like a totally different team. Even just what we saw 6 days ago against Xavier, final score 81-52 in favor of the Huskies. And UConn headed back to the conference tournament final for the 19th straight year, 29 consecutive tournament wins, and the conference. Like I said, an incredible team win today. Everybody's energy levels were so high, and it was so fun to watch this team play today.
Yeah, so let me beat everybody to it. Incredible game recap, Ryan. I want to be the first to say that, and not out of just like, hey, yeah, I was the first one to say it. No, actually, yeah, I respect you a lot for actually putting together the game recaps, man, because you don't do it. Nobody does it better than Ryan. So with that said, it was not that long ago that I predicted a score of 90 points, right? 90 points. And I just want to see what your takeaway is. They were 9 off. I understand they didn't get to 90. But with that said, with this strong performance today, it seems like they continue to rise. All right. And the ball gets spread around more as far as yesterday and today. And again, AZ Fudd, her return, which is tremendous for this team. What is your take, Ryan? Because it was this is not like last season, or 2 years ago. I don't even think this was a full month ago that people were jumping all over me for predicting a rout I think it was against St. John's, and scoring 90 points. With that said, they scored 81, again, not 90. And some people will say, well, it was against Marquette. Well, Ryan, this was the same team. Again, this is not previous years ago. The same roster. I'm sure the same starting lineup. These are the Marquette Golden Eagles that defeated the Huskies not that long ago. What's your take on this? Because again, not too long ago, we're sitting back saying, this team is not even made to get to 90 points. Not this season. No way. Look, 81-52. I don't every time it's just from one extreme to the other. And it's like, I guess that's a blueprint of this season. I don't know if even diehard UConn fans, they don't know what to say.
And it really is impressive, and it's kind of surprising too, because Marquette is a really good defensive team, and we saw that certainly in the last matchup. We learned all about that. And even though AZ Fudge, she struggled a little bit today shooting the ball, coming off the bench again, she did struggle. Got a couple shots to fall there in the end of the third and the fourth quarter. But like Gino said, just having AZ on the floor, it just spreads the ball out. It spreads all the players out on the court and really just opens the floor a lot more for the offense to work. Lou had an incredible shooting performance today. Aaliyah and Dorka, like I said, really dominant inside. And like Gino said, Dorka and Aaliyah moving forward all the way to the end of the season, whenever it is for UConn, are really going to be the two big players for this team to really get them going. A lot of the times it's teams, they're the guards on a lot of the teams that get their team going, but it's the forwards for UConn, and Dorka and Aaliyah really did a good job today. But yeah,
and make no mistake now, AZ Foot is saving her best for March. Just remember I said that.
Well, I heard, I certainly hope she is. And I mean, yeah, she did struggle a little bit today, but hopefully she'll pick it back up. But Caroline didn't play too much today, but she did get a couple shots to fall in the fourth.
Yeah.
But it was really just UConn dominating the paint is what really did it. Everybody crashing the boards for the offensive rebounds. And again, I was going to say as well, just everybody's energy. You can just tell everybody's just energy levels in general have just risen so much over the past 2 days. And I'm sure it'll be the same for tomorrow's game, either against Creighton or Villanova, I believe, who are playing right now to join UConn in the conference final. Tournament conference final. So it's just amazing how much the script has changed the past couple days, and not even a week ago now, that we're sitting up here saying that UConn has a chance to go to another Final Four and possibly another national championship. But it really does look pretty good on UConn's side right now.
And we have to admit, yes, possibly that was due to Gino's comments. We were kind of saying, well, maybe his emotions got the best of him. But now look. I understand he's not the one playing on the floor. AZ Fudd returning, that was huge. But yeah, Ryan, when you think about it, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Shout out to Maggie Vanoni very quickly. All 5 starters, she said, all 5 starters finished in double figures with 3 recording double doubles. Wow, Ryan. Oh my. Unless you have anything else to say about that, because that speaks for itself, let's go ahead and get down into comments on Listen Up. Let's go ahead and get down to Bond Riley. You are not paying attention if you feel AZ didn't make a difference. I could feel the emotional swing when she came in 2,000 miles away. We need Caroline too. Hopefully she will be okay. Well, I know they're not talking to you or I, because you and I were both high on AZ's return yesterday. So I guess there's still some people out there, Ryan, that are doubting AZ Fudd, and I don't know why.
Yeah, and that other double-double, by the way, is Nika Mule, who had 10 assists and 11 points. Nika Mule, another double-digit assist game. But yeah, thankfully Caroline is okay, and hopefully her and AZ coming off the bench in March, I'm sure will have a very, very good impact for this team.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, AZ Flood, like I said, even though she struggled shooting the ball, she's not going to score 15 to 20 points every single game off of the bench, but it just spreads the offense out so much more. And it really does allow UConn to get more passing lanes, and probably it probably spoke to why they had so much success today driving the ball against Marquette when AZ was on the floor. You can just tell the passing is so much better. And it probably, like I said, speaks to why they had so many wide open driving lanes and was able to get the ball inside to Dorka and Aaliyah a lot more today. And teams can now they can't crash inside like they were doing when AZ Fudd was not on the floor.
Alan Lee, I'm not going to go to your comment, but I just want to shout out to you. It's all love, brother. So hopefully you feel the same. It's all love. So again, Alan Lee, I just want to shout out to you. And I just love hot sports debates. So hopefully you're good with that, man. And we appreciate the support. How about one more? Jason D'Amico. Again, we love to cover him in his comments on this podcast. UConn is a much different team with AZ in the lineup. Holy cow, I feel awful for Caroline, whatever she is going through. It must be very frustrating for a player such as herself. I think she should call it a year and let herself heal before she does something that will stop her career for good. UConn's scoreless streaks are definitely a concern, Phil. Good call. Peace. Well, hopefully they heard me, Ryan, because today I wouldn't say there were any major scoreless streaks in this ball game.
No, there certainly wasn't. And yeah, I mean, Caroline, well, she did play today. So, I mean, I don't think she'll have like a minute restriction going forward. She looked okay out there, but it certainly is concerning with the injuries she's dealt with throughout the whole entire season. But the whole bench was able to play today in that fourth quarter because of UConn leading by about 20 or 25 points and almost winning by 30. But yeah, I mean, just an incredible team win. Like I said, everybody played so good. Aaliyah was probably the player of the game, but you could probably give it to the whole starting lineup. Just incredible job by everybody. And saying the team, like Jason said, is a different team is probably even an understatement, because like I said, even from just a week ago, the team, I don't know what happened, but something, I guess, just from the calendar switching dates, moving it from February to March, just flipped the switch, like we said yesterday, on everybody. And it just made the team play so much better. And they really haven't looked like this since they beat Texas and Tennessee. That's really the time from now until then since we've seen UConn dominate like this.
Ryan, someone said, hate to say this, but you guys are easily swayed. Let them win this title before talking Final Four. Well, I can tell you one thing, Ryan. We will be celebrating tomorrow night. Mark my word, okay? But I do have a feeling it's Maddie Segrist and company knocking on the door. Ryan, I will see you probably approximately, just to warn everybody, a little bit later, maybe 10 o'clock, 10:30, but we will be back tomorrow night to recap it. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Ryan. And again, I got a feeling I know who it is, but we already know it's the UConn Huskies in the Big East final, Mohegan Sun Arena. Ryan, get turned up. It's on fire now. I'll see you tomorrow night.